let's define what commitment is. Commitment is unwavering dedication to a goal, a target, something you set out to do. But when you put a but there, that's not commitment because there's wavering. What you have is ambition. You have a desire to achieve something, right? The difference between ambition and commitment is generally ambition is something where it's like, I'd really like to lose 10 pounds. Commitment is I'm going to be like, you start tracking what you're eating. You start making sure you take all the junk food out of your house. You commit to certain exercise targets. You're doing all the work. Everything else is ambition. No matter if it's cold outside, if it's rainy outside, if it's thunderstorming outside, you go and do what you have to do, what you set out to do, regardless of what the conditions are. Sometimes, and most of the time, they're not going to be ideal. So when this person's saying, have you ever committed to goals, but do you have a contingency plan in mind? Now, look, if you go into something with a plan B, then you are doing plan A a disservice. Now, I will be fair. I'm going to put the little asterisk here. You have an additional options where if this doesn't work out, we're going to try this option. If that doesn't work out, we're going to try this option. Like, of course. I mean, you don't want to just say, I'm going to bet the entire business on this one idea. That would be stupid. You don't want to do something that's going to be, it's going to wipe you out if it doesn't work out. That's just poor decision making. But that being said, if you're committed to achieving something, then you got to go all in to achieve it. And have I ever had situations where I was fully committed to something and it didn't work out? All the damn time. All the time. We commit to things and campaigns and initiatives, and we invest dollars and programs and people, and we train them, we develop them, we commit to making this work out. But there's things that are outside of your control. You cannot control somebody else's effort, for example. You cannot control other people and what they do with the information that you give them. You can empower someone, you can provide the support, you can provide the resources, you can invest in them, for example. Similarly, with different types of campaigns, there's just, let's say we're running a marketing campaign, we're going to try different things, we're going to allocate certain budget, and guess what? You can't have a 100% hit rate where it's going to be successful every time. But that's where you invest dollars. And a lot of times I look at it and say, you know what? Half the dollars we're going to invest in this campaign, maybe more, is going to be just for R&D and getting data back, just so we know what doesn't work. And that's going to allow us to pivot to make a different decision. And that's how we iterate campaigns and eventually become successful with them. But it's rare that you launch a campaign that's successful right out of the gate, that you got everything right. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. And then it's the same way where it's like someone sets out to do something and they're like, well, you go in, but you're already thinking about all the ways that it's probably not going to work or what you're going to do when it doesn't work. It's such a silly mindset. So I think you have to reevaluate what committed means, first and foremost. And committed means that we're going to do whatever it takes. And when we encounter difficulties and adversity, we're going to figure it out.